Let's welcome in our guests. We have Sameet Chavan, Equity Technical Analyst at Angel Broking joining us now. Sameet, thanks so much for joining us on NDTV Profit. We started off the new series with a bang, but some of our experts have been telling us that 8100 is a supply zone and we're very close to that. So what does one do now? What are your top bets?
See, good afternoon. We have already seen a massive correction in the recent past from higher levels of 8600, 8580. Nifty was extremely oversold and this bounce was due. It was just an expiry factor that Nifty could not sustain beyond 8000, and today we are seeing a good traction across the broader market. For us, 8100 was not a major hurdle. We were seeing 8000, 8020 as a major hurdle, which has been convincingly broken now. Thus, going ahead, we expect this bounce to extend. Momentum oscillators were extremely oversold, so any uptick in such indicators would lead to a very strong bounce. So we expect Nifty to at least move towards next level of probably 80 to 50, 8300 in next 3 to 4 trading sessions. That is what we were anticipating. It has played out well, and from current level also we expect a good stock specific buying in most of the counters which have already hammered down in the recent past. We have two recommendations. Both would be on the long side. First one would be on DHFL, which has corrected sharply from its higher levels, and now around 230, 235 we are seeing a strong base. Today we are seeing a good traction with rising volumes. Thus, going ahead, we expect this stock to move towards 254, 260. Any dip would be a buying opportunity, and 218 now can be placed as a stop loss. Our other buy would be on KTK Bank. Of late, we have witnessed underperformance in most of the PSU banking counters. This stock too corrected from its higher levels, but since last 2-3 days, this stock has been hovering around its 200-day moving average. So we expect this stock to give a decent bounce. 118 would be a near-term target, and it can be bought. Any dip would be a buying opportunity, and now stop loss can be fixed at 94 rupees.
All right, so two recommendations on the long side, Karnataka Bank and Divan Housing Finance. Sameet, what do you make of the move in the IT space? All IT stocks, be it large cap, be it small caps, they're all on fire. We're seeing Tech Mahindra up 5.5%, Hexaware is up 7%. What has suddenly happened to the IT space? We've been asking a number of experts whether there have been good bottom formation signs. Not yet, not yet. This is what we heard, and suddenly the mood has changed. What do you make of this move?
See, we have seen a tremendous underperformance from the entire IT space in last 5 to 6 months. If we talk about Nifty IT index, we have been closely observing this index, and we were expecting 9400, 9500 to act as a very strong support. Couple of days back, we had initiated long call on TCS and Infosys. For TCS, we initiated a long call somewhere around 2150, and our target was somewhere around 2300, 2350. The stock has already given a sharp bounce, but from current level also, we expect this gains to extend 2320, 2350. These are the major levels to watch out for, at least in the near term. So we would expect this momentum to continue. As far as Nifty IT index is concerned, it is now trading somewhere around 10,100 level, but we expect a continuation of this up move at least towards 10,250, 10,300.
All right, so you're looking at higher levels for these IT names, but what does it mean for the trend in IT names? Is what you said, the last 5 months of underperformance now the thing of the past? Is it going to be different for them, or is it just a bounce like what the Nifty is seeing? Sameet, my question was, when you talk of the IT stocks, you're looking at higher levels. Is this just a bounce, or is it a sign of a change in trend?
See, technically speaking, it would be very difficult to take a call whether this is a trend reversal. But as of now, momentum seems to be on the upside. The overall index was extremely oversold. Thus, as of now, we can term it as a trading bounce. As I just mentioned, the levels 10,250, 10,300 seems to be an immediate hurdle. But whether the entire space has bottomed out or not, that would be very difficult to take a call. It would be too early as of now. We would wait for certain reversal signals, at least on the higher degree charts, so probably on weekly or monthly charts.
All right. Have you had a look at the chart of Dish TV? That one is up 7% today. Volumes are also higher. What do you see as target for Dish, and do you think it is headed higher from here?
See, this is clearly slipped into a consolidation mode. 92, 93 seems to be a near-term hurdle. Yes, today the stock has managed to give a sharp bounce. This might extend too. But as of now, we don't expect the stock surpassing 92, 93. If we have to turn our view on the positive side for this particular stock, then probably 92, 93 levels we would watch quite closely. Once this stock manages to surpass with rising volumes, then probably we would expect extension of this move towards 98, 99. But as of now, we expect the stock to consolidate within a range of 92, 93 on the higher side, and lower side 82 to 80 would be a strong support zone.
Sameet, what do you do with a stock like Hindalco? Today is a day when it's taking a break, when the markets are up. This is very unusual because when the markets go up, Hindalco always outperforms. Yesterday it was doing well. All of this week it has done well. Does one take this opportunity to buy the stock given the uptrend it's in, or is there a scope for a further correction where one can look to buy?
No, I mean, we cannot call today's move as a correction. This is just a breather. If we look at the overall daily movement in last 3 days, this stock has clearly outperformed benchmark index. Our index was struggling to cross 8,000, and this stock has given a decent bounce from the levels of 155. So that becomes nearly 10 to 12% bounce in last 3 days. So this is just a breather. The trend is quite strong. It has been maintaining its uptrend since last 2-3 months, and we expect this continuation of this move at least towards 190, 192, which we can see as a multi-year resistance zone.
All right, and Hindalco has made a new 52-week high today as well. What do you make of the pharmaceutical stocks? They have been actually showing signs of bottoming. They make a low, then they consolidate, bounce back, again go visit the lows. Some stocks like Aurobindo have done this, Sun Pharma is doing this. Do you see conclusive signs of bottom formation in some of the pharmaceutical stocks?
See, I mean, this case would be as similar to the Nifty IT, the IT index. If we look at the pharmaceutical stocks movement in last 3 to 5 months, they have been clearly underperforming. But from this space, Lupin has been our preferred stock. This has been consolidating in a range, but we believe that this stock is in a process of forming a strong base around 1400, 1450, and sooner or later we expect this stock to give a decisive breakout beyond its near-term hurdle of 1550, 1560. So we would anticipate this breakout. I mean, any dip in this particular stock, we would interpret as a very good buying opportunity. For us, 1400 has now become a very strong base, and we expect this stock to give a decent gains probably in next 2 months. 1650 to 1680 would be the higher levels that we are expecting.
All right. Sumit, what do you do with some of the auto stocks? I want to take 2 names. One is Ashok Leyland, which is closer to lows we saw a few months ago, and Tata Motors, which has seen quite a sharp correction this week.
See, as far as Ashok Leyland is concerned, though it has corrected sharply in last 2 weeks, we have been maintaining our positive bias purely with a medium-term perspective. 74 to 70 seems to be a very strong support, not only with a near-term perspective, but with a medium to long-term perspective on a weekly as well as monthly chart. We are seeing 74 to 70 as a very strong support. So one can take a contradictory buy at current level, keeping a strict stop loss around 72, 71. So that becomes a very low risk buy at current level. And from here on, we expect the stock to give a decent bounce, 86 to 89 which would be our near-term targets. As far as Tata Motors is concerned, clearly it has underperformed in the recent past, and we don't see any major sign of reversal as such. So we would rather wait for reversal to happen on daily charts first. Uh, as far as levels are concerned, 465 to 470 seems to be a resistance, and now on the low side, downside now seems very limited. 440, 438 would act as a very strong support.
All right. Waiting for a confirmation in Tata Motors and support zones coming in for Ashok Leyland. What does one do with some of the real estate stocks that have bounced back well? Stocks like Unitech or Indiabulls Real Estate. These have been hammered down in the most recent correction. Could one play these, or are they too volatile? And would you suggest one just wait it out?
See, I mean, if we have to pick any stock from this particular space, then we would be bullish on Indiabulls Real Estate. This particular stock has a very good chart structure on weekly as well as monthly chart. 5 months back, we had a strong run in Indiabulls Real Estate with a substantial rise in volume. Since then, it's been just correcting, but we believe that around 60, 62, this particular stock has a very good support, and probably this is just a near-term up move, but we would expect this stock to undergo some kind of time-wise correction where 65 to 60 would act as a very strong base, and now any dip from current level with a medium to long-term perspective would be a buying opportunity once this stock moves around 65 to 60.
All right. Sameet, one last chart check. ITC has also moved up well today. Do you think this one will head higher? It has also got corrected quite a lot.
Yes, this particular stock has already corrected a lot from higher levels of 255, 258. But next two to three trading session would be quite crucial. Now, if we look at the weekly chart, the stock is on the verge of forming a bullish hammer pattern around its strong support of 225, 228. This is a trend reversal pattern, but we'll wait for a confirmation to happen, and that would probably happen in next week. So once this stock surpasses 232 on a daily closing basis, then we could expect an immediate bounce that would be towards 245, 248. And now on the lower side, 220, 215 seems to be a very strong support for this stock.
215 is a strong support. You've had a look at the chart of SBI. A number of state-owned banks have done very well. Today, SBI is again perhaps taking a breather. Any view on SBI?
I mean, the overall banking index has underperformed the Nifty in last 6 to 7 trading sessions. Bank Nifty has corrected sharply from high levels of 20,000 and is now trading around 18,400. So we would expect this underperformance from banking index to continue. But within this space, individual stocks like KTK Bank, which we discussed, HDFC Bank, they are likely to give a decent bounce. As far as SBI is concerned, we don't see any major reversal sign as such, but we expect this stock to consolidate a bit now, probably in a range of 262 on the higher side would act as a resistance, and low side 250, 248 would act as a very strong support.
All right, Sameet, thank you so much for joining us on NDTV Profit, giving us your views on all the stocks that we've discussed. Sameet of Angel Broking talking to us about the markets, his stock picks being Divan Housing Finance and Karnataka Bank.